Does your Iron Man gameplay look like this? Here's 5 Iron Man tips that are going to improve your gameplay from this to clowners level. Okay, I can personally guarantee you won't know at least one of them on this list. Okay, let's get into it. I'm going to start out with a very basic tip, and it is to express the importance of third-person peeking. If you're very familiar with third-person peeking, you can probably go ahead and skip this tip if you really want to. But for those that don't know, this is a third-person game, meaning you are able to look around corners without actually being around the corner. Iron Man is such a vulnerable and high-priority target for people to shoot at first, and because of this, I need to express the importance of giving yourself as many advantages as you can. So, before flanking or entering a fight in general, peek around the corners with your left or right side of the camera. That way you can see who's there before you engage, and you aren't going to be turned into a little Tony Stark mincemeat. This, to me, was pretty obvious, but a lot of people didn't actually know that Iron Man's beam is piercing. You can hit more than one person with his beam. So instead of shooting people like this when there's multiple of them, you know, one at a time, take yourself to a lower angle and fire through all of them. That way, situationally of course, you're going to be dealing a much higher damage output. The third tip that I would give you would be to give use to an otherwise useless ability. When in your normal form, Iron Man's rocket fire, or whatever it's even called, is useless. You don't even want to be using it, so just pretty much, if you have it on cooldown, use it, because why not? However, the one use that I will say that it has is it allows you to not stop flying in some cases. And take this example right here. You see, as I fly along, I use my rockets to break that little sheet or whatever it is blocking this entrance. Otherwise, I would have had to stop flying, shoot at it once, and then carry on flying. That slows me down quite a bit. So make sure you use your rockets in that way. That way you can set up for a cheeky little flank like this one right here. Just as an extra tip that I'll throw in for you, on that last clip, you see how I ran out of booster juice but then continued to use it? When you use your E ability, or your armor overdrive, I think it's called, that replenishes your booster fuel. You're welcome. My camera's very low, so I'm going to speedrun these last two. Tip number 4 is that maximum pulse, your ultimate ability, when it hits someone, it impacts them obviously and explodes. However, if it brushes past them, it will deal damage as it travels across. So it has 2 forms of damage there. One where it actually explodes, and one where it brushes past. Interesting. Tip number 5 is with your armor overdrive rockets. When you're flanking somebody, the rockets actually deal more damage instead of aiming at the person if you aim at the floor below them, just below as you see. So when you engage on someone behind as you're flanking them, don't beam or shoot first. Make sure you use your rockets at the ground beneath them and then beam them for a very quick, easy kill. I'm gonna get cut off mid-sentence because my camera's gonna die. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any video suggestions, leave them down in the